Okay, welcome back to more of Hero's Memory. Took out level 8, so picked up some nice items from there. And now we can pretty much go back and finish level 7. Luckily it's not going to take too long to get there. Again, nice little bonuses. I don't think the fire trail does any damage, so I'm gonna get full white sword damage with every hit with the boomerang. Well, at least I can just ignore most of these enemies. I'm just making my way back to level 7. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to get back in this place. Okay, now we can finish this place off. I actually do have to start back on the left side because, you know, there was a key I didn't... Well, I actually need an extra key. Honestly, I don't think the fire boomerang helps too much in this place. I mean, a staff is probably more than enough to get you through here. I guess the boomerang has a few uses, as you'll see. And having the lens is a little bonus, kind of helps to find some of these passages. Yeah, that door on the right doesn't open. Yeah, the rod actually doesn't work on these Stalfos. Might as well just run them all over with the staff. Now, technically, I'm not even sure if I need the sword past this point. It does help a little bit. I think the staff pretty much can cover me. Or even the Gust Jar, actually, but I don't think you're supposed to have the Gust Jar at this point. I guess if you do the levels intended, there's a key you get here that you use to get to the Gust Jar. There's even a blue bubble up here anyway. I'm kind of curious, do my own arrows work on this? No, I'm gonna have to use the actual beam. Oh yeah, because these have to be blue for it to bounce off. But I don't even think it bounces my own arrows off. Yeah, and it only bounces the beams. Get this extra key. I actually needed to get to the other side of this. Or at least of the first floor. And since I've actually already explored everything on the left side, I'm just gonna warp back to the start. Since I end up running past this room anyway. Well, the boomerang works on the blue Gyptos. It doesn't work on the red ones. I just leave that money there. I can't even use it anyway. Just make sure you have a key, before you actually fully try to explore this. Otherwise you get stuck right here. Yeah, that was kind of weird. And we'll just leave that heart there. Some backup health. this is basically a clue for the boss. And if you've actually gone through your list of bosses, there's pretty much one we haven't even encountered yet. So you can pretty much guess what you're going to be fighting in this place. And if you happen to lose your sword, then at least your hammer can do something. It'll be very little damage, but, you know, take whatever you can find. Again, I don't even think I need my sword past this point, so you know, the staff does a good enough job for me. Yeah, one-way path here, so this is basically just leads into a loop. And that room with all those flying tiles, I think it just has like bombs in it. So, basically ammo I don't even need. Okay, interesting room here. You actually be using a combination of 2 items. And these gray blocks I don't think you've seen for a while. So, you know, you use one item to light the torch and then the other one to put out the fire. And useless money. Actually, this room's nice for the staff. I'm just gonna bulldoze through these like lights. Don't even care about the red bubble. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that, you know, you need your gust jar by this point. I'll try to find some ammo at some point. Not quite realizing how much of it I'm using. And you know what? I might as well pick this up. Since I could actually hold all that ammo, not wasting anything. picking up the boss key from this little chamber. Yeah, that's a kind of a nasty combo there. You have the Gyptos and Dark Nuts there because the hammer doesn't work on Gyptos, and your staff and most of your other weapons aren't going to work on the Dark Nuts. Actually, I can just warp back to the start. Yeah, see, this room can be kind of annoying. The faster you can break off Dark Nut shields, the better. Okay, here you have a Death Knight, which I actually don't know how much damage it does. I would guess it's nerfed. I wouldn't think it does full damage because, you wouldn't have the fire boomerang at this point, so you'd have no reliable way to really attack this guy. Now, obviously, I do have a reliable way to get around this, but I guess the normal approach, if you don't have the fire boomerang, kind of try to get vertical and then just use your hammer. I don't think you can break this thing's shield either. Yeah. Since it hones in on you, it's just gonna keep, running into the hammer, basically. Yeah, it takes a while. It really takes a lot of hits to bust this thing. And I got ice bats, which don't need to use my fire rod anymore. Got a much better way to take them out. Okay, so before going up, that just leads to the boss. And you got the two sides to explore. One side is pretty much a wrong path, and the other one is actually leads to some goodies. So if you go the wrong way first, you're basically told what to do in that other room. And yeah, you can't go backwards, so you'd have to work all the way back around. And since you're pretty much gonna run right by the starting line anyway, you might as well save a little bit of time there. Yeah, a lot easier with the fire boomerang. Now I can just stun that Death Knight and just, lock it down. fun deflecting their own swords back at them. Okay, so this time we go to the right. And this door actually opens, so you can actually go backwards to the boss. You don't have to go all the way back around again. And here you pick up Mirror Shield. Nice little addition to have. Here you got the big, whatever ghost thing is basically a Dig Dogger palette swap. So the best way to take this thing out, you want to kind of get an opening first, but basically it's using your gust jar. Because there's going to be a delay before it really starts moving. And if you position the gust jar correctly, you'll basically take it out before it even starts moving. Alright, so clearing out the Spirit Temple. And some Ocarina of Time info. And this is a clue for finding the final place. That's a little bit of an obscure hint. I guess we can see if these people have anything new to say. And this is kind of a clue about basically finding level 9. Not the most obvious thing. I think one of the pay for info spots also gives you a clue on this. Okay, so cleaned out all the 8 levels, and next part we'll start going into level 9. Alright, see you guys later.